And the story is entitled The Cross. Early in the 19th century, the King of Prussia, Frederick William III, found his nation in great trouble. He had been attempting to bring prosperity to his land, but constant wars drained the treasury. After prayerful consideration, he wrote an open letter to the women of Prussia, asking them voluntarily to bring their silver and gold to be melted down. The king offered a small token of appreciation to anyone who contributed. He gave them a simple cross made of iron. It was inscribed, "I gave gold for iron," 1813. The response was overwhelming. The women of Prussia prized the gift from the king more highly than they have prized their former possessions. Women wore the Iron Cross with pride. In fact, gold jewelry became unfashionable. The Order of the Iron Cross was established, and members wore no ornaments except a cross of iron for all to see. I gave gold for iron. What have we given in exchange of the cross of our salvation? Peter most likely was overwhelmed when Jesus was talking about his death on the earlier part of the gospel. Jesus began to talk about his passion. He mentioned in verse 21 of the 16th chapter of Matthew that from the time Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from the elders, chief priests, and scribes, and be killed, and the third day be raised up. And Peter was the first one to oppose. That's after confessing about Jesus as being Lord, as being God, as being the Messiah. That this death will not occur, that this death will not happen to him. And Jesus has to rebuke him. And here in our readings, the gospel reading for today, Jesus reiterated that whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. And these words bring us to a reflection about how we are living our lives, how we are giving importance to the cross as the symbol of our faith. No? Di naman kaila sa atin na recently may mga proposals na aalsin ang mga cross, lalo na sa mga hospital. And a few years back, no, yung mga ginagamit natin na pagpapaalala sa pananampalataya, lalo na kung ito'y nakakabit sa ating mga sasakyan, gustong ipaalis. But of course, more than that is the cross of our salvation. Paano natin ito pinapahalagahan, and how our lives as followers of Jesus are shaped by the image of the cross, the carrying of the cross, and of course denying ourselves. But in the end, I believe that Jesus made the carrying of the cross not a burden, not a source of shame, but source of dignity as a Christian. Denying ourselves is not a deprivation, but rather a blessing. a life offered, a life lived with Christ will surely have its own reward. And so may we not be afraid of our trials and sufferings, our crosses in life, our love for possession, but rather we offer our sufferings the same as Jesus offered himself on the cross to save us.